All right. So phase three, programmable constraints. All right. Control without force. Tokens now include rules where they can be spent, what they can buy, how long they last, who can receive them. Examples: energy tokens limited during peak demand, food tokens restricted to approved vendors, travel tokens disabled, and everybody's going to be they're going to have to be in compliance from the top all the way to the bottom. You all right? Municipalities, businesses, okay? Then the people have to be in compliance to the massive rule change that's coming, or the shift that's coming, that's bringing in the tokenizing, or which this is, uh how can I say it? It's just part of uh how how they're gonna break down all the resources. All right, which is gonna be on their digital base, um, systems. Okay, Salakia. So it said here, it says travel tokens disabled during unrest. You're not gonna be able to travel. Funds that expire if not spent correctly. No one confiscates anything. The system simply doesn't allow certain actions. Oh boy. Oh boy. So you think about all the things that, you know, the the elite talk about censoring right now, you know, and just imagine if they had this thing in full swing, how it would affect you on a daily. All right. Phase four, behavioral scoring and visible pressure. Behavioral scoring. Social credit system. Right. Access becomes performance based. Your token privileges adjust based on compliance with regulations, financial behavior, digital reputation. See what you represent online. All right, your person, your online person, right? Employment status, environmental metrics, political or social risk indicators. So you'll be labeled as a social risk if you speak against the establishment in any way, shape, or form, or speak on any of their corruption. And a lot of this, a lot of what's going on is a psyop too. You know, they're they're releasing information on purpose, uh, to get a reaction out of people, to make you people upset. And it's just a plus for them because they own these platforms. And again, they're gonna govern these platforms at like they govern in, you know in the world. We know they go by maritime law. All right, but they've made a whole bunch of codes and laws with, this digital aspect, the platform aspect, and they've been pushing for that for the longest. Okay, because certain corruption was coming out, and now they're gonna have a system where they can shut you out based on if you yeah, and even if a person is corrupt, if you speak against them, all right, it'll be against the whatever protocols. All right, so Salaki. Going back, it says digital reputation, employment status, environmental metrics, political or social risk indicators. Right, and they're gonna say, are you a credit to the system? Are you gonna be a functioning asset or citizen in this with you know what's being set up? Right, this doesn't need to be called a social credit system. So, right, you don't got to call it a social credit system. It can be fragmented across banks, employers, insurers, platforms, utilities. Control is decentralized but coordinated. All right. Phase 5, elite immunity layer. The elite class hold issuer rights. Issuer rights. They get to issue the tokens, not just tokens. So issuer rights, right? Not just tokens. Access assets off ledger. Transact via private settlement layers. Use bespoke financial instruments not available to the public. They live above the rules of the token system. Okay? Public lives inside it. So that's what's being provided. Now, that's what, you know, you live inside the system. Okay? Phase 6, economic exile, the ultimate weapon. If someone becomes non-compliant, wallet restrictions, asset freezing, loss of access, transaction throttling, no arrest, no trial, no announcement, just economic suffocation. They can cut you off many ways. All right. And that's the image. It's killing you. All right. And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay. Moving on. Why this? All right. So people self-correct before punishment is needed. All right. Why this is effective. No central villain, okay, control is exercised by code, policies, automated systems, compliance, algorithms. And it's not going to be someone caring for you, or you're not going to deal with the human aspect of things. All right. It's just everything is going to be, it's going to be harder for people to, to get a break, basically. All right. I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right. There's no dictator to overthrow, right? So I guess you can lump it up to what? Pressure from above, pressure from below. Um, Meaning that, let's see here. Pressure. Let's see here. What does it mean? No relevant information. Damn, why are you lying? Right. Pressure from above refers to the force exerted by the weight of the air or fluid. Okay. I don't want a scientific as it applies. All right, so let's scrap that. Forget it. I'm not gonna keep going with that. All right, whatever. Okay, so it says consent is manufactured. Participation is incentivized. Required for convenience. Required for survival. See? So they're going to manufacture your consent. They're going to pressure you into, opting in. All right. So opting out becomes impractical. So it'd just be completely dumb. to do it. And that's how they're going to play it. Resistance looks like malfunction. You see? What's wrong with them? You know, they got to be crazy, is what they're going to say. And that's why you got groups now. We know you're going to take it. We know you're going to take it. All right. The mark of the beast. All right. If you lose access, it's a system error, a risk flag, a temporary review. You see? And that's what they're going to. Not oppression, administration. See? So they get rid of the oppression aspect of it. Wow, that's crazy. Is this happening now? Elements of this already exist, but not fully unified. And that's what we're getting into. All right. They're going to fully unify it. All right. Currently, observable, programmable money pilots, digital ID expansion, asset tokenization projects, carbon and ESG linked financial access, platform based economic deplatforming. And so it's already happening. Okay. But it just ain't happening on a united front. Okay. And that's what they're pushing for. That's why the new world or one world order. All right. What is not yet complete? Total resource integration, universal enforcement. And this is what they're pushing for now. Full dependency. All right. And they got to get rid of certain alternatives. All right. That people are using. All right. And that goes into sabotaging. That goes into generating crises. Okay. What I mean by generating crises, I mean just that. Okay. It's going to be pretty much forced upon the people. All right. The key insight: tokenization itself is neutral. What weaponizes it? What weaponizes it is when access replaces ownership and rules replace rights. And we already know what they said at the WEF. All right. So, is it possible? Yes. Does it require future technology? No. Does it require evil intent? Not necessarily. Which we know it is going to be driven by evil intent. All right. Can it happen gradually while appearing beneficial? Absolutely. See? So, and that's how we know they're going to spring it. It's going to be something gradual that people just going to accept. Like it's nothing. Like it's, you know, like it's something they really need conveniently. All right. Yeah, man. And Lord willing, the Lord is going to be with us, man, you know, and we're going to be able to look out for these small changes. Well, these huge changes, well, small changes ultimately which makes the them bring forth the enterprise. Okay. Well, Lord willing, this was edifying. All right. And it was raw. I was really just trying to, draw out some information, but Lord willing, it was edifying. Until next time, I say shalom.